Let's get started.
It's time to drink
and draw.
Drinks
And draw.
Ladies and gentlemen, wake the kids, phone the neighbors.
Drinks
And draw.
Give the folks a little sizzle. Sizzle?
Spetsy.
Quick. Wow, you're pretty quick for a big guy. Brought to you by
Comics.shop.
I believe I'm ready, but you just don't know.
I feel I'm ready.
Yeah, g'day, mates. Welcome to Friday night's Drink and Draw. We're running a bit of a skeleton crew tonight. Yeah, we're all skeletons. Where is our skin? Yeah, jokes and stuff. So get ready. Tonight, here on the Comics Network, where you can do us a favor and click subscribe and like and thumbs up and thumbs down if you're feeling it. Comment, all that sort of stuff. We're drawing and talking G.I. Joe here on Australia's premier drink and draw YouTube show thing. Australia's most leading show where they draw and seldomly drink. Now with me to get this boat afloat is Dr. Dre's protege. It's Slim Shady Shaden Jew. Welcome.
Hello, it's nice to be back after a little bit of a hiatus. Last fortnight I was in Melbourne, which is why I was not on the show. Apologies, but I'm glad to be back.
Oh, and of course, to Adis, we say hi. Hi, Adis. Travdor, what's going on, man?
Yeah, man. We're here for G.I. Joe. Something I know nothing about.
Oh, yes.
But I'm probably thinking the exact same for everybody else. So, you know.
I've got Jinx's legs right here, and I have snake eyes. I don't know where the rest of Jinx is, but there's her legs. She was the ninja of.
I'm glad someone came prepared then.
Yeah. Speaking of, the guy that gives this show legs, it's Alex Major.
Just a second. Here we go. Socks and everything. You said legs, right? Giving the show legs, so I just pulled them up. Why am I fired? Why you got the wrong voice sample for fired anyway?
Alex, you're fired.
Is that Alan Sugar?
I just was having fun downloading some drops today, so brace yourself for that. Good times. Speaking of good times, you can't have them without Nick May. Hello, Chernobyl.
G'day. Hello, everyone.
And as stated in the pre-show, the nicest man in Australian comics. So why'd he come at me so hard, hey? Shots fired and whatnot. It's Nick McEwen. Nick McEwen's mate, Tim McEwen. Welcome, Tim.
G'day. Thanks for having me again.
No, pleasure. And Stu, fresh off, some are saying the greatest episode of how to make a comic. Oh, let's make a comic book. It's Stu Thornton. How's it going, Stu?
Very well. Happy to be here.
Well, that's good.
Nerd alert!
All right. So, yeah, get ready for just non sequiturs. So let's talk G.I. Joe. We had our in-house G.I. Joe. We have our own G.I., and we're hoping he will appear. That G.I. is Dave Dye, who is due on the show. But until then, let's talk G.I. Joe. Now, Shaden, I will not assume how extensive is your G.I. Joe knowledge?
Well, funnily enough, G.I. Joe actually came up in conversation earlier this week with colleagues. We were reminiscing about the toys, and I used to live next door to my childhood friend called Eden, and I would bring over my Barbies, and he had an extensive collection of the G.I. Joe action men kind of guys, and so I would bring my half of the story and he would bring half of his story, and that is my extent of knowledge.
Hey, then I got questions. Did Barbie and the G.I. Joes get into any kind of like a romantic situations?
Creepy.
not. I absolutely whipped his ass with my Barbies. Barbies was like she came out on top.
Yeah. Did you use guns?
Yeah, well, I tried as much as he would let me, but he always like, no, the guns are for G.I. Joe only.
Is the security in the Barbie house up to date?
But yeah, I think tonight I'm actually quite interested in learning if anybody knows much about this Jinx character. I'm quite interested in her.
I do have her legs.
Okay, well, that's
It's been said.
According to your doctor.
It also gets me out of being tagged in Tiggy. I just say Jinx, and I can't be tagged. Is that the thing? No, that's not what happens at all.
Shut up! Shut up!
All right. Now, Shaden, we're going to test everybody's knowledge a little bit tonight on G.I. Joes. Now, I'm going to give you 3 names of G.I. Joes. 2 of them I made up. One is an actual G.I. Joe.
all right.
Okay. So pick a real G.I. Joe.
Okay.
Chestro, Destro, or Gastro. Bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing.
Is it the first one? I'll go number 1. Pick number 1, my lord.
I should have had a babao sound, but you need a babao because Chestro was your guess?
I don't know. Chester.
Nick May, schooler,
Chester?
what was the real answer?
Gastro.
Excellent. Yes, of course. It's Destro. I should have written these things down. I'm just going off the dome. I'm not totally sure. Excuse me, G.I. Joe enthusiasts, but I believe he is the head of Cobra, right? Or is that the Cobra Commander? That would make sense that he's the head of G.I. Joe. Destro is like a silver-headed something or other. Now, Trav, before we talk all things Joe with you, I should just give people a rundown. Of course, G.I. Joe, I'm just reading this off Wikipedia as though I know things. G.I. Joe is an American media franchise and a line of action figures owned and produced by Hasbro. The initial product offering represented 4 of the branches of the United Armed Forces: the Action Shot Soldier, U.S. Army, the Action Sailor, the U.S. Navy, and the Action Pilot, U.S. Air Force, and the Action Marine. Now, if I'm not mistaken,
Space Force not in it?
our GI just showed up in the back. There
we go.
Hey, Dave.
There he is.
G'day, y'all. Sorry, I'm late.
That's all right, Dave. It's, the show had to go on, but it wasn't going to be a show. It was going to be a bunch of fools in a room talking nonsense. Now you're here. It's a legit show. So let's get this underway, huh? Shout out to Dan May. Now, Dan May is someone who I shared my love of G.I. Joes with when we were young. Now, mine were, I didn't realize there were classifications for G.I. Joes, but mine were inside G.I. Joes, as in I played with them strictly and exclusively inside the house. Whereas Dan May, I loved playing with his G.I. Joes because he played with them in the pool, in the mud, in the dirt, in his horse's stable, everywhere. And we would throw bombs at each other's bases. Bombs were bricks, and you could take out a whole squad of G.I. Joes. That's how you end up with things like Jinx's legs. I'm pretty sure these are Dan's Jinx's legs. All right, Mr. Trav Dog.
Yo.
Know much about the GIs of the Jonas Brothers?
Okay, well, I did write some notes down, and I did take a page from Shaden's book, only I did YouTube instead of Google, so thank you, Shaden. Now, one thing I do want to point out, because I don't know anything about the franchise coming in, because for one thing that I did know, it was, in fact, an American franchise that hadn't been aired in Australia, but had only been released via VHS tape. I think that might be right, but yeah, that's the impression I got. So as far as I do know about the franchise, though, it had the toys first, which came out in the late 60s. and they were released alongside the Barbie dolls at that time as well. Even though Barbie was way back before, but they were about the same size as the Barbies. And if memory serves me correct, there was the dolls that came out in the 1980s, which were loosely based off of what the creator, I think, was Bob. I have his name here somewhere. Give me his.
Who needs
Bob
Wikipedia when
Prupus.
you got Trav Dog?
Yeah, yeah. Bob Prupus.
Started off
Vice
by
President
saying you know nothing
Police-
about G.I. Joe, and then look at you spitting facts. Sorry.
Oh, shots
I was
fired!
complimenting you.
Oh!
That's all with good research, man. So
Oh, that's what I got.
yeah, what was that, Rob?
No, so can I quiz you on? Can I give you I don't know what this game show is called. Two fakies and a real one, the G.I. Joe edition. Can you guess which of these three names I'm going to give you is a real G.I. Joe? Are you ready?
Okay.
Lieutenant Daughter, Captain Ouchie, Sergeant Slaughter.
It's got to be Sergeant Slaughter, surely.
I couldn't find the button quick enough. This one will do. There you go. Yeah, of course, Sergeant Slaughter, based on the pro wrestler of the same name.
There you go.
So it's got that going for him. All right, Alex, talk to us. How deep is your love? How deep is...
No, I actually outright, as a kid, I outright hated G.I. Joe. It's like a bunch of proportionally put together men, and I wanted robots and animals. So if you didn't have those two things in your show prominently, I was not interested.
Right. So did you own a G.I. Joe?
Not at all. No, I just had a couple of Autobots and Decepticons, and that's it.
Fair enough.
And I had a bunch of Garfield plushies as well.
Okay, nice. Well, you want to get straight into the game that we
I don't mind talking about G.I. Joe. Oh, we'll talk about it.
Right.
I'll get into a wiki page.
I've seen nothing, know nothing, and I hate them, but I'm going to talk about them. Let's go for it.
Yeah. Anyways, if you listen carefully, I said when I was a kid, I hated them. Now I'm like indifferent. I've upgraded to I don't care, and if somebody likes them, 100% support you enjoying G.I. Joe.
Nice. Okay. Now, I remember you brought up Barbies before and them getting romantic. So the original G.I. Joes were comparative size to Barbies, but our generation G.I. Joes were this size, whereas these were they don't have a Barbie. I do.
They were based off of the original model, like Green Soldiers at the time as well. So the ones that had the little like green puddle, and they were standing up in that green puddle like that size. Yeah,
green
exactly
puddle.
Based off of
right.
Green puddle.
I know what you mean, Travis.
Well, I just didn't want to be too specific, but give a good descriptions. There you go.
Creepy.
Less said about the weird puddles underneath you, the better. So Alex,
maybe.
Well, did your toys ever get romantic with other toys? Your robots and your animals?
Nah, my parents watched, so I was like, that'll be weird. Don't want them to know about any of this stuff.
They might have known.
So I don't know how far I'm going to go on this topic.
Big adventure,
before
Alex.
it becomes sorry, what adventure are we on?
I was just saying, your life must be one big adventure, Alex.
No, because I didn't do freaky sex stuff with my robot toys and plushies. So it sounds like I had a boring childhood, according to Rob.
All right, Alex, let's play a game show that I like to call Two Wrongies and a Right, the Joe edition. Are you
have a
ready?
guitar? Do you get the guitar ready to give it like a little song?
No,
intro
all I've
song?
got is a bunch of drops that are going to get old real quick if I keep them all this early in the game. No, Alex. All right, now this is for the maximum points. Something. Yeah, I'm going for about 300 points on this one. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah, go on. I'm going to put my drawing device away and focus.
Okay, number 1, no job. Number 2, snow job. Number 3, you guessed it, blow job.
That's on brand.
That's what she
but
said.
What's the middle one? There was no job, blow job, and what?
Snow job.
Snow job. I reckon it's gonna be snow job is the real one.
Correct.
Which one? Oh, correct. Oh, what do I win? $300. Can you pay?
Points.
Points. I thought it was dollars. I was going to send you my number. You could pay ID.
300 points redeemable at comics.shop. Please note, it takes 10,000 points to equals $1. So good luck getting anything. Of course, shout out to Shane Sizzle Siddle, who, if I didn't mention at the time of the show, is busy slaving away, preparing Kickstarters and packing books and working on the studio side of things. Didn't have time for this nonsense. So you got the insane. What is it? The thing, the rats running the Nick, help me. You know.
Yep. The
Thanks,
lunatics have taken over the asylum.
There it is.
Rob, do you have an image of Snow Job? What he looks like? Is it like a snowman, or is it just like a dude with a shovel?
I've got him up here. I've got all of them up, actually. Snow job, no job, all of them. All right, Nick May.
Are you gonna, Alex? You're gonna draw one of the pretend GI Joes, are you? Not a real one. You one of Spedsy's.
I wish I was. If I would have been like, I actually did a little bit of research, which is a Google search, typed in GI Joe, and then I just downloaded that image, and then I just rotoscoped the background, as they call it in the biz, and then I'm gonna have other animations going on. I don't want to give away too much for the end of the show.
I don't know. Giving away too much already.
Hello to Rusty. Hello, Rusty's watching. Hello, Jackie. Good to see you. Marty is saying hey to Tim, Nick, and Dave. So take that, Trav and Shane.
Thanks, Marty.
G'day, Marty.
Also, a shout out to Corpse. Who knows what corpse are? It's probably pronounced core, but it's CORPS.
French for body.
Cool, mate.
Core. Now, core. Now, that's not his. They don't come with accessories of that detail. That's a G.I. Joe accessory. But core, or corpse, as I like to call them, the off-brand G.I. Joes. You could get like a pack of 20 of these guys for the cost of one G.I. Joe. But the
Is that bullet hole in his back?
Who the what?
Turn him around. Turn the figurine around.
Oh, all right, Mr. Pervy. There it is, if you want to see it.
Not that way. The back. There's a bullet hole in his back. Can you see? There's a bullet hole.
Yeah, that's for his backpack.
Oh,
G.I.
right.
Joe's had that as well. Like, here's Snake Eyes, and there's his backpack in his back hole. Do you put things in your back hole, Dave, or you didn't have one when you were yeah, now the downside with corpses is that they have horrible thumbs. So if you gave them a gun that was perhaps a little point, then you would lose their thumbs, meaning lots of blue tack to hold their weapons on. These often were the corpses in my battles. Get the overpriced G.I. Joes, fight the anyway, who cares? Moving on. All right. Nick, tell us about G.I. Joes. Your brother had 100 of them. Did you give a shizer?
So my little brother had lots of them. In the 70s, my older brother had the big G.I. Joe with the hands that were pre-molded for him to hold a rifle. Because I was his little brother, I got Action Jackson, who was more Evil Knievel size. And then we both got the Kung Fu Grip G.I. Joe with the real fuzz hair and the scar on his face and the blue undies. And then somebody will know, Trav might know, when Marvel started publishing the G.I. Joe comic, I did get, I think, the first 2 issues, but I think the smaller figures were, I feel like I was too old to collect them now, whereas if I was 54 back then, I probably would have collected them all. But yeah.
Well, Nick, you're never too old to reminisce the 80s, man. You know, I'm the same as well. So, and I'm 27. So there you go.
Does that make you feel better, Nick?
Well, Trav and I reminiscing about the 80s, I'm guessing only one of us is really there.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting some crap in the comments for my for calling them corpse, but now they were
Corpse.
So I was a little lad. I mean, I was probably 14. The corpse. So that's the corpse, right? I guess. Notice if they got thumb. Yeah, most of them do. What is the cutoff for playing with these sorts? I know, like, there is no cutoff, but Bullies said otherwise to me and Dan May. Now, the sad thing is, me and Dan May didn't meet till we were like 13 or 14. So the fact that we were playing G.I. Joes in his backyard, and then one day we made the mistake of bringing Ninja Turtle toys to school to play with, and boy, did we hear about it. And
they're just jealous.
Who was jealous? The Bullies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They had the Kung Fu Grip in those instances, but anyway, that's a trauma that we need not get into. Let's pester Nick May one last time with a game we like to call Two Fakies and a Really, the G.I. Joe edition. Yeah.
I would have almost gone with Know Your Joe.
Wow.
Give this man a job.
That's funny.
When are you going to be in charge, Nick?
Never.
Should be.
All right, well, welcome to a brand new edition of Know Your Joe. The real American hero faces off against the real Warren Wood. Dude. All right, Nick, here we go. One head, whale head, beach head.
Can you please say the third one again? Beach head.
Well, I've got to say a minute. One head, whale head, beach head.
I want to say Beachhead, obviously, but it would be.
Hey, baby.
Surely, like Beachhead is way too much of a military sort of a thing. So I'm going to say Whalehead.
You would be crazy.
Nope.
Wrong. Like,
nope.
No, unfortunately or fortunately, the correct answer for those playing at home was Beachhead.
There you go.
Damn it.
Try again next time, Nick.
Yes.
I'll get him, Trev.
Good on your brother.
I read a fan theory a while ago. Cobra actually wanted to improve the world with technology, would build hydro plants, new tech, etc. And the Joes would come along and blow it up. So Joes were the bad guys.
Yeah, that's from Dan Joe May. The bad guy.
I know, it sounds legit to me.
Sorry,
nice
Alex?
one, Dan.
Saying it sounds legit to me, so I think Dan's onto something. And...
Oh my goodness! All right, Tim. Now, Tim, This ain't Chinwag, mate. This ain't the Oz Comics Show. This ain't Aussieverse. This is no holds barred nonsense. So brace yourself. You've got a Kickstarter running at the moment. Greener Pastures. Something or other. Something. It's easily findable, but we're not here to talk about that. We're not here to talk about the return of one of Australia's most beloved comic book characters, Trevor Bovis, available now on Kickstarter. We're here to talk about G.I. Joe, the real American hero. Tim, did you know the Joe to steal Nick May's vernacular?
Not a whit, not at all. No. Never had one, never wanted one, never played with one. I don't know that I even had a friend. I don't think I even had friends who had them. Like G.I. Joe was like, as a thing, totally has passed me by. So when I got told that the theme for tonight was G.I. Joe, I thought to myself, shall I draw one of the Howling Commandos and go, isn't that a G.I. Joe? One of Nick Fury's Howling Commandos. But no. So no, I don't know anything about them. That's why I'm kind of, if I look distracted, that's because I'm looking up reference and trying to find an interesting one to draw.
I guess G.I. Joe's big, when they exploded was probably between generations for you. Like they'd gone by the time they hadn't arrived by the time you were done with toys, I guess. And they'd gone by the time your kids were ready to play with stuff.
I think so. I think
what was your...
For me, they're a little bit too American as well. Not that... I mean, my favorite toy as a kid, my favorite action figure was a $6 Million Man. That's very American as well.
Oh, yes.
You could say that.
That was the most important Christmas present I've ever got in my life was getting the $6 million. But yeah, I actually had Action Jackson's, which Nick just brought up, right? Action Jackson. But I had the kind of, I don't know what the sizes are, but a reasonably small one. But I'm sure there was an Action Jackson with the fuzzy hair as well. I'm sure I had a friend, my brother had a friend who had an Action Jackson with the fuzzy hair. I didn't think that was a G.I. Joe. I thought that was an Action Jackson with the...
My Action Jackson had the molded hair and a beard.
Really? I'm sure the Action Jackson, my friend. I'm sure he was calling it Action Jackson, but maybe it was a G.I. Joe. I don't know. And it was pretty big, right? It was one of the biggest size action figures.
No, Action Jackson was smaller than G.I. Joe. So he was... If G.I. Joe was 12 inches tall, Action Jackson would have been about 8 inches tall or something.
Right. That's what she said.
Why did she say that?
No idea.
Never shuts up.
So yeah. Anyway, that's. I had a Batman and a. Between my brother and I, we had a Batman, a Superman, a little Mego figures, and all of that kind of stuff. So, but no G.I. Joes, not whatsoever. So I've never bothered watching any of the cartoons. I think I went and saw the first movie and decided I'd never see another one of those as long as I live. And so yeah, I'm here to learn to kneel at the altar of the G.I. Joe and hear the gospel from everybody else.
What was the toy of choice for your kids?
Well, they went through phases. Annabelle
built the sun and the phases.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they set them to stun most of the time. Annabelle seemed to build most of her toys. She went through a big Spy period after seeing Spy Kids 1, 2, and 3 a million times each. And Samuel, I think Bionicles. If I had to ask Samuel what the main thing was, it would probably be Bionicles. I think he still kind of brings them up, like has them on Facebook and stuff. So, but yeah, I think that would probably
Bionicles is definitely post my toy generation, because when you first said it, I was like, oh yeah, you use those to see really far. And then you realized, that's monster idiot.
Bionicles.
Now, Tim, before we move on, of course, you need to play a new game we call get to know your Joe. Whee! Do you know you? Hey. All right, are you ready, Tim?
Let's go. Let's go, Joes. Isn't that something?
Okay.
Isn't that, would they say that? Let's go, Joe, or something?
They should say it if they don't.
Oh, Dave's going to go on a rant, I think.
Don't get me started.
Dave again about the GI Joes.
Go for it.
Yes, so number 1, quick scoot. Number 2, wetsuit. Number 3, wet toot. That
They all
is
sound stupid. I would say wetsuit would probably be the one. Wetsuit. He's
What
a
does he
scuba
want,
guy, right?
Trav?
Surely.
Trav, let him know. What does he want?
My solemn respect. There you go, man.
Couldn't ask for anything more.
All expenses paid trip to watch the second G.I. Joe movie.
That's great. I hope that's in some far-flung country to make it worth my while.
As long as those expenses are a maximum $4.
So now I know, and knowing is half the battle. Is that right?
Yes, that's the one.
That's exactly what the Joes would say.
Exactly. That was their community service announcements, right? Knowing is half the battle. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Really? I'm
PSA.
supposed to be the imbecile here.
Sneeze. Sorry, guys.
I thought there was someone shooting a gun.
Alex took out the whole NBN with a bloody scene.
Sorry, I didn't know I was on the internet for a while.
I thought someone was shooting your place, Alex.
Oh, yeah, poor Trav. He lives in the hood. He just drive-by. Let's just catch up on some comments now. Tim, I don't want to take credit for this, but Marty said he's reaching for his Kickstarter wallet. You too can reach for said wallet. Head over to Greener Pastures now on Kickstarter. Trav, Rusty here seems to be confused about your age. Yeah, but Travis, you're 16, right? LOL.
No, that's the AI program on this computer that's getting rid of all the dots on my face. That's why.
I had issue 10 of the Marvel comic thanks to the randomness of the local newsagents. Yeah, my 90s comics is a hodgepodge of Punisher 34, Punisher 38, Silver Surfer 62, Silver Surfer 51. Like, how did I go backwards? Anyway, you're at the mercy of the newsagents. I don't know what you won, Nick, but you won, and it is redeemable for 15 cents at the comex.shop. So save up. Wheel of Soldier of Fortune.
Very good, man.
There you go. Nice.
I'm Tim, the only people, okay, boys, at school with Joe found Motu too intellectual.
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, right, yeah. I mean,
Mask was awesome. I never had a toy, but Mask looked awesome.
Yeah, I never had them either. I watched the show though, and yeah, wicked. The car.
Is that the one with the R2-D2 that turns into a moped?
Alex, you're fired.
No.
Well, not again.
Poor Alex can't catch a break around here. Not as long as I've got things to press.
Keep picking on him.
Yep. I mean, it wouldn't be Friday night without it. All right, Stu, let's get a little zoom in on what you're up to. And
Can anyone see this?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't see if you can see or not.
Yeah, we can see it,
Like,
mate.
I must admit, I wasn't a big G.I. Joe fan as a kid, so I thought I'd take a bit of a fun aspect to it. And, yeah, I mean, G.I. Joe when I was a kid was the same as what Nick was. We had the fuzzy head, the big toy, and but the same as what Tim said. it was all about the Bionic $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman. In fact, the other day I saw a toy on Facebook being sold on Marketplace, the Oscar Goldman toy. And I thought, oh, I didn't even know they made that.
Yeah, right.
Oh, right. Yeah. He was the boss of the $6 Million Man, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he was the boss. Yeah.
So the $6 Million Man was the most important toy I ever got, and then the Maskatron.
Well, you want to be with me, man. Holy crap!
The villain that came like a couple of years later was the most important toy that I never got. That was the worst Christmas ever when I got a Ultra, the something or other man instead of Maskatron. Look up Maskatron. It's the most amazing action figure ever, and I didn't get it. I'll never get over it.
Is Maskatron that big one that was about, I don't know, 30 centimeters, 40 centimeters tall?
No, same size as $6 Million Man, but he had like 4 different faces you could put on, and I think he had a couple of extra arms that you could click on and off, because he was like in the actual show he was impersonating Oscar, Oscar, and probably Steve Austin and a couple of other people.
Oh, yes.
And the only way you could tell it was him was because he didn't sweat.
There you go. Yeah, I remember.
Man. Look at you.
See, they were the days when television shows were.
That's why we call Nick May the $4 man. He definitely...
I just noticed when people sweat. That they're not robots.
Now, Stu, you're going to get a little bonus round here of a game that we like to call Know Your Joe.
Excellent.
So first we'll do a little, this is a little, I'll get it. Just be patient. Preliminary shot at it, right? So these points won't count towards your comex.shop account. But it's, because you're working on the guy. So here we go. Number 1, hot pies. Number 2, snake eyes. Number 3, snake thighs. What is it, Stu?
Look, I want to say the first one and the third one, but having also, like Tim, got kids who grew up with the movies, and I was around when the Marvel comics came out, and I'd probably say Snake Eyes.
Yes.
But I thought also you're literally drawing Snake Eyes, aren't you, Stu?
Yeah,
well, he was the one I modelled. That's the one I modelled it off. Yeah.
Right.
But he could be anything. He could be that one with the 4 heads, like in $6 Million Man. He could be just pretending to be Snake Eyes.
Okay. I haven't seen $6 Million Man. A bit rich for my blood. All right, so
dude, greatest show ever made, that $6 Million Man, and the spin-off, The Bionic Woman. I was absolutely in love with her.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Greatest show alive. Have you ever seen
Knight Rider?
X-Men?
Does the $6 Million Man compared to Knight Rider? Like, Kit's a pretty badass car.
Alex, bonus 300 points that you can cash out. No. If you can hum the Knight Rider theme.
I don't know, something like that. Something along those lines. He goes through the desert.
I think we're doing the 18.
That's the one. I think. I don't know. I'm not a good.
That's good, Alex. That was top shelf.
Nick,
I hope it doesn't go viral.
That's not humming, mate. That's bloody doing something else. That wasn't humming. That was something else.
Do it again.
No, I think
that's what she said.
Nick, what sound did Kit make when it was jumping?
I'm not allowed to say, but it was. What was that? Was that Super Pursuit mode, or was that Turbo Boost or something?
Turbo Boost.
Yeah. Our TV didn't have sound.
Okay.
I've never seen.
You had a TV. You told us you didn't have a TV.
Correct, Dave. But I didn't want to bring that up again. My story's becoming a little monotonous.
I've reminded you again. Sorry, mate.
Steiner education. Anyway.
Now, Stu, so we did the pretend round, right? We didn't do a real one. So you need a real one to earn yourself some comics points. All right, so here we go. Number 1, milestone. Number two, rockstone. Number 3, dial tone.
Milestone.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Could be
Try
dial tone.
again. So all you've got left is rockstone or dial tone.
Please let it be Rockstone.
Yeah, I'm going Rockstone then.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Dial tone?
Alex with a late entry there. Congratulations, Alex. Congratulations. 12 comics points redeemable for 6 cents. So at the comics shop right now.
Who's dial tone?
He's a guy. He's the communications guy.
He's obviously not very good. If they can just hear a dial tone, just send a message.
Come in, please. Couldn't believe it, guys. Once again, I'm getting a dial tone. That's it, Steve. We're calling you dial tone from now on. Damn it, I want it to be Rockstone. And why do we all have the same voice? I say. All right, Dave. Now, Dave, you're drawing one of my favorites.
All right.
Do you
Is that the
know?
ball bloke?
Yeah, the dude with the big gun. Do you know his name?
No.
Gunstone.
I don't have him on my little know your Joe, so I'm just going to make it up on the spot. So, Dave, do you know your Joe? Here we go. Is it Chevy Booty, Heavy Duty, or Heavy Scooty?
Heavy duty.
Yeah, nice work there, Dave. Now,
How
Dave,
boring.
as a military man, are these toys an affront for everything you stand for?
See, I didn't even know G.I. Joe was a comic or a cartoon or anything until last week when you told me we were doing this, or 2 weeks ago when you said we were drawing it. G.I. Joe.
Colour me shocked.
The look that kills. When I was a kid, G.I. Joe was something like this. Can you see that?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the 60s figure.
That was
Yeah.
G.I. This is not him. This is a different one.
Vladimir Putin. What sort of memorabilia do you keep, Dave?
You got him at last,
Creepy.
Hey,
baby.
Last day.
And when I was a kid in the 60s, G.I. Joe was something like this. He had a scar on his face.
Mm.
Yeah.
There was no little toys. This was what G.I. Joe was. And he was this is a foot, 12 inches figure.
That's a whole body,
Oh.
Dave. I can see hands and.
And what else? What about him? Oh yeah, his he was brought out by Hasbro Company, I think.
Yeah.
And they made one for each of the services. There was a Air Force one, a Navy one, a Marine, and an Army. And of course, they came with all this, and you could buy all the kit and dress them up in whatever clothes you bought for them. So it was a little bit like a Barbie doll, and you could buy different clothes. But he was an action man, of course, not a Barbie doll.
So, Dave, you're literally describing how G.I. Joe began. They had the U.S. Armed Forces with Action Soldier. They had Action Sailor, which was the Navy. They had Action Pilot for Air Force and Action Marine for Marine Corps.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And there was another one that they brought out. Another company brought them out in competition. And it was, what did you say? Something action before someone action?
Action Man.
Jackson.
Action Man. Yeah, well,
Oh.
this wasn't the one that is competition, wasn't Action Man. It was Captain Action.
Oh, yeah, I know him. Yeah.
Okay.
And he was just a cheaper version of G.I. Joe. That's about as much as I know about G.I. Joe.
Shout out to Captain. Oh, hello.
Oh, whoa.
Shout out to Captain Action. And of course, everybody's favorite, Corpse.
I just want to know if Rob wanted to know how old you had to be to stop playing with G.I. Joes before the bullies got to you. What was it like in the army, Dave, when you were still playing with G.I. Joe? Did you get bullied by other soldiers?
Yeah, especially Putin ones.
No, we just took them down the range and shot at them with SLRs and really made a good job of it. 9mm pistols. Amazing what one 7.62 bullet does to a little 12-inch figure.
Hey, can I ask a question real quick?
Go
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
It's a
Trav,
serious-
please.
Yeah. Are you sure that's... Oh, who's that?
No, you go for it. The floor is
Oh,
yours.
cool. Yeah, is that a real G.I. Joe, Dave?
No. This is something else.
G.I. Putin.
G.I. Putin, yeah. No, this is a...
So someone made that for you?
G.I. Comrade.
No, there's a line of these things. This is a dragon toy. I bought this as a posable model that I could draw from, and also play wars with. And
I don't think you know what a dragon is, Dave. That's a human person toy there.
How do you know he doesn't identify as a dragon?
Yeah, I think they're Hungarian, are they?
We don't have dragons there. We don't even have. I don't think even we have a decent lizards. Like we have really cool lizards, like water dragons near my house here, Parramatta. So much more impressive than what Budapest has to offer when it comes to lizards.
Right.
But yeah, Dave, that doll shocked me because I thought, because I'm drawing what's his name? I'm drawing Duke tonight, and I'm looking at your doll and I'm thinking, oh, is that Duke? But I'm looking at it and it's like, that's Putin. What?
The Duke.
That's crazy.
No, you can buy these. I think. Well, obviously, I bought it in toy shops or online. You can probably buy them, I guess.
Oh, okay, I didn't know they were a thing.
Yeah, you can. They have a line of these. They're all World War II soldiers. And
Right, okay.
all of them. Yeah. So anyway, have a look online. I think it's DRAGAN.
Oh, okay. I might have to see if that's a thing. But no, that was interesting.
Yeah, well, as I said, bought it as a posable thing that I could draw from, and I don't use it much nowadays, but I did use it a few times. It was good for, getting these see these creases in the uniform and stuff like that. I found it very good for that. So, anyway. Yeah.
Well, Dave, before we
get carried away, I just thought.
No, that's all good. That's what we're here for. Now, Dave, let's see how we go with another round of Know Your Joe. Do you know your Joe? Or we'll work it out but next time we do this, we'll have this locked down. But Dave, all right. So, look, a lightning round, real quick, because Trav just said his name. So it was going to be Nuke, Juke, or Puke. Obviously, Juke. So, Dave, you get this one. Number 1, Lame Pain. Number 2, Capital Pain. Number 3, Mainframe.
Mainframe.
Hey, well done.
Congratulations, Dave. You have won 212 Comex points, redeemable for 54 cents.
Oh, okay.
You can cash in now at the comex.shop, where you can support all lots of Australian creators who have their comic books available at the comic shop for one flat rate. Fill a box, it's the same price. All right, so we just got a few of these
At
left.
that
We're gonna
price, I'll be able to get 2 copies of Minty Frisket, will I?
Hey. And look, I
That's
don't want to
just
speak
rude.
out of turn, but
Sorry, Nick.
but Minty Frisket might actually be making might be hitting the old reprint soon with the Vamoose Kickstarter that's coming up. So keep your eyes on that, vamoose.spedsy.com. But Shaden, let's just quickly smash out one of these. Know Your Joe, Roadblock, Roadkill, or Road Maccas. Road Maccas, of course. When you're about to go on a road trip, so you quickly eat some Maccas. But
I love all of those names. I wish they were all of them were real, but I'm gonna go with Roadblock.
Nailed it.
Damn it.
All right, Trav. Now this one hits a little bit close to home, Trav. One of them you're going to be able to knock out straight away, but let's see how well you know your Joe. Quick lick, quick kick, or quick nick.
It's got to be the middle one. Quick kick.
Nailed it. All right, Alex.
Yeah, what up?
Dr. Mindbender. Dr.
What about him?
Ringfinder. Dr. Stingfinder.
Dr. Sting or stick or stink fighter?
Sphincter.
Yeah, the Stingfinder. If there's
I didn't say sphincter, Dave.
Dr. Sphincter.
But I'll go for that one. That sounds like something that would be fun to observe.
I didn't even
in a
think your
TV
answer.
show.
What was it? Stinkfinder?
Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Ah, shit.
No, it was Ringbinder.
What?
I've only now how office works. No, Dr. Mindbender was the answer. All right, Nick. We've got our last 3 here. So quick. Number 1, Tartan. Number 2, Zartan. Number 3, Fartan.
Well, you would think that they would have gone with Zartan, but I think it's Fartan.
Yeah, you would stink. It was Zartan. All right, Tim, I know you love this game. How well do you know your Joe? It's number 1, Shadow Storm. Number 2, Storm Shadow. Number 3, Shorm Stado.
What were the first 2 again?
Shadow Storm, Storm Shadow, Storm Stado.
Sean who? Sean what?
Shadow Storm, Storm Shadow.
First one.
Storm
Storm
Shadow.
Shadow. Storm Shadow. Shadow Storm. Shadow Storm. It's Shadow Storm.
Nailed it. All right, Stu. Leatherneck.
Stressful, that one.
Leatherneck. Leatherjack. Leather crack.
Wow. I'm not liking this game, guys. I'll go Leatherstone. I'll go Leatherneck.
Nailed it. All right. Well, it's now that time of the show where here we go. Art by name that I can't say. It's Dr. Stinksphincter. Shout out to Peter Lane. Oh, Roadblock. Quality G.I. Joe. Shout out to Shaden. Love your stuff from Emma.
That is my best friend. Hello.
Oh, right. Emma,
Oh, nice.
G'day, Emma.
Good to see you. Hear from you.
Like and subscribe.
Yes. She's actually someone who very frequently helps me out at my stall. So big love
right.
to him.
She's a rollerblade girl.
We have rollerbladed in the past, and she's been to many of my events and conventions. Super valuable friend. It's nice to see her watching tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, let's take a look at some artwork with this abrupt and in-your-face video.
Come on, let's see some.
My drawing.
Drawing. Make any money with your drawings?
Shut up, bitch!
That's right.
That's so
That's what
aggressive.
you say Do you make any money with drawing? Shut up, bitch. Some of us just like to draw. Like this guy, Manny Hernandez, who Sizzle spelled it out phonetically for me. I still can't say it. Manny
I love it.
Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Thanks.
Yeah, well done.
Maybe.
That's great.
Yeah, good job.
It's
Yeah, that's
amazing.
nice.
That is wicked. Destro.
That's who I'm drawing. You put me to shame.
Nick, when you take his clothes off, is he silver all over? Is that Norman Rad?
Why are you asking me again? Yes. When I take his clothes off, he's silver all over, but I can't speak for anybody else.
So here's the actual thought process. Is normally on this side, I have Shane, who I ask the dumb question to. On this side, I have Quick Nick, who gets my yes and sort of questions. Neither of them are here. So by default, you're my guy for just all the
You get them all.
And we miss them both.
Yeah,
Shane and Nick.
yeah, are they?
R.I.P.
Yeah, the Shane train is missed.
Yeah,
And Quick, haven't seen Quick for a while.
Yeah, what happened with him?
Quick break the rib.
Quick Nick sick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's no good. Get
I
well
told
soon,
him.
mate.
Turn a trick.
With his sides. Some
Hope you feel better, Nick.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
maybe
really nice. Who did this?
Cobra
That's really
Commander.
Yeah, wacko. Look at that.
That's
Fantastic. Who's that?
That's the Cobra Commander, Dave.
No, right. No, but who drew it? Who did the art?
Yeah, by the actual Cobra Commander.
Self-portrait.
G.I. Joe May,
Ah,
who did
wow.
it super,
Dan.
and did Tim
Dan.
McEwen's favorite character, of course, Sean Stato.
Overachieving, Daniel.
He's done two tonight.
Sean Stato.
Excellent. Dan, well done, mate.
On you,
And of course, Storm Shadow being the antithesis to Stu's snake eyes. Sorry. It's an all May party today. Lulu May.
Whoa.
Oh, right. Oh, very good. Is that a member of the G.I. Joes?
Yeah, that's Destro's sidekick, I think. Or
The Baroness.
Baroness.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I told Lulu she had to draw a picture tonight, she smashed that one out. And then this is almost the first time I've seen it. It's amazing.
Wow,
Good
yeah,
work, Lou.
it is. Very good, Lou.
What does almost the first time you've seen it? So you saw it in passing? Like
I told her to email it to the comics email address, and then when I saw down the bottom there, I thought, well, I'd probably have to send it to the comics.cx/art. So then I did look at it.
Yes. Yes, I should have mentioned for people to be able to send in art, but there's only so many buttons I can press, and I've got all these I've got to press. So vital.
Yeah, do you got her?
Emma reckons she's 100% not that helpful.
100% not true.
And Manny is legendary. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, he is.
He is.
And now we have.
Can I tell you a little thing about Manny? Manny and me.
Sorry, Stuart. Yeah, go for it.
Manny and me. Manny's actually drawn a Killaroo Greener Pastures crossover story that has been sitting in my drawer for too long for me to letter and ink. I'm going to publish that next year.
Yeah, right.
Trevor and Killaroo.
It's
And
like
amazing. I can't wait to get into his pencils are so great. So it looks like so much fun.
Yeah, if only there was like a Greener Pastures Kickstarter running and a Killaroo one running at the same time, like perfect opportunity to. Come on, mate.
The crossover will come.
All right, let's take a look at Trav Dogs.
Woo!
Oh, that's cool.
There I am.
Oh, that's
Unreal,
great.
Trav.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Now, Trav, tell us,
Wow.
that's Duke, right? The dude.
Yeah, on the right hand side.
And who's the lady? I recognize her
Is it
from
Scarlet?
the figures. But
Yes, that's Scarlet.
nice.
Well done,
Yeah.
mate. That's very well done.
Yeah, it's wicked. Is that
Yeah.
pencils you've coloured it with, Trav?
Yeah, color pencil and the back's digital.
Yeah, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Excellent.
cool.
Now, just real quick, that
Yeah.
picture there, that's not one that I'm doing right here, right now, but I'll save this one for later. So you keep carrying on with the gallery. Because,
Right.
everyone else is up before I show you this one. So.
Sure. Michael McConaughey with Scarlet.
nice.
Okay, look at that.
Really good.
My
So good.
cool.
Yeah. Good one, Michael. Fantastic.
Wow.
I love the design of it. Really, really
Yeah,
well,
really.
well put together. Really good.
Mm. Yep, nice backgrounds as well.
Yep.
With
That's
the
wicked.
bush, the jungle there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Matt Cook is next.
Oh, it's also good.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt.
His name.
Fantastic. Good on
Oh,
you, Matt.
here we go.
That's
Matt's done it like the old school action figures.
So
Yeah.
good.
Gung ho.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well
Fantastic.
done.
Gung ho, eh?
Oh,
is
man.
that one of them? Is it G.I. Joe Gung Ho?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's how the Look David used to have like their little card. You could cut those cards out.
Yep.
Put a little, what do you call those little directory things from back in the day? And so you could flick through and look and read about your dude, and you would
Yeah.
have their stats and stuff. Good time.
Yeah. Good.
Davo 77 with snake eyes.
Good on you, Dave.
Yeah.
Good one, mate.
That's awesome.
Good one,
Fantastic.
mate. What's the
Nice work.
skull? Why is he thinking of a skull?
Because he's
Because he
thinking
can't
about
talk.
Oh, I see.
Maybe he's looking
You
for.
pretend you don't
for
know,
something.
Nick, and then you say all this stuff. I'm just like, there
Yeah.
you go.
He's a dark horse.
Trav told me
Did I?
in your own
Well, I
special
teach you.
way.
Designs. That says designs, Spedsy.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
an
Designs.
idiot.
you just-
I'm an
Easy to
idiot.
read.
Basically, like if I took 2 seconds to read it, I would understand. But because I'm just like,
Yes.
read it. You're taking too long.
You're
You're taking too
under
long. It's too
pressure
late.
there, mate.
You don't understand it. You're an idiot.
You're in the pressure seat there.
Let's take a look now. Janet Locke.
Ah,
Nice.
Great, Janet.
nice one, Janet.
Yeah, excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. Even colored her signature the same colors.
Fantastic, isn't it? Color coordinated signatures.
Mm.
Fantastic.
The shading on the pants is really, really well done too. Good job.
Yeah.
Nick,
Yeah,
the
Janet.
expert who claims to not be an expert. Do you know this character's name?
Oh, I think I do.
You
Oh,
do?
you go then, Shaden.
Is it J or Miss J or something like that? Am I correct?
I mean, I'll take it.
Please tell me I'm correct. I think
You're
it's
correct.
J. Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, I think I was actually looking at
It's Lady J.
Lady J, not Miss J. All right, I was close.
Yeah, but holy moly! I mean, you got it,
Get half a point for being half right.
Thank you very much.
Lady J.
Lady J, yeah.
Now you have 4 redeemable comics.shop points.
Thank you. I'll
to
use them
at your
wisely.
discretion. Don't spend them all on next, the man behind the lady of Janet Locke is Tony Menzies.
Tone. Very good, Tone. Very nice, mate. Who's,
Really good, as usual.
yes.
Brilliant, Tony.
As usual. Good one, Tony. Oh, colour. I was going to say, unusual of the
So
colours.
good.
Nice.
All right.
Bit, would you say Minola-ish?
Yeah, I would say that if I was you.
Mike McNulty.
Mike McNulty, that's him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up who it is because he's very familiar.
Mike Mignola? You don't know who
It's
Mike
Cobra
Mignola is?
Commander.
Looking up the character whatever your name is, Alex.
Just
trying to find
Alex, you're fired.
I know you were very happy when you found that soundbite.
I literally went to the sound effects thing and I just typed in your name. And I was like, yep, that's the one. That's what I want. We've got a wow. Oh, I really dig that one. Nice art by designers. Dizziness. What have we got next? Nick May in the house.
Woof.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That looks like that obscure G.I. Joe character, Chuckles, who was
Came out really good.
an espionage character who wasn't on the main team.
Now, does he?
You made it up?
Because
No. He's a thing. So I was drawing another one whose name was like Big Boa or something. And then I was watching a video where they were flicking through a G.I. Joe book, and the one next to Big Boa was Chuckles. And I thought, no, I actually prefer Chuckles to a guy wearing a spiked helmet and wearing boxing gloves. So this one is, Chuckles.
Chuckles. Now, Chuckles has like dress shoes on, or maybe even combat boots. You went a different way with the shoes.
I just thought if I didn't draw those shoes, then there might be harsh words from the sergeant major.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think,
Yes.
Alex?
I generally actually really like Nick's drawing. I think it's a lot better than I expected.
Wow.
Damned with faint praise. Thanks, Alex.
No worries. I like to give my compliments of a backhand.
Received like one.
I'm already in love with this next one that I can see the little thumbnail. I'll just dangle this for a little bit of a hint. She has her body in this one.
All right.
Jinx.
Hey, nice.
That is awesome.
All right.
That is really good.
Who's that?
It reminds me of
Who's
Deadpool a little bit.
That is by our very own Shaden Jew.
that? Shaden. Very good, Shaden.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
great job.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, very good. As usual.
Sorry, just got a yep. Somebody should have just said, Alex, I've got your thing.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
No
I've got it.
worries.
So I tried to private chat you, but I've come.
That's okay. That's okay. Let's do it all in public. It's part of the show.
Yeah.
This was going to go viral and make us famous.
Yeah. Well, we are on the home stretch now, so we're going to check in with our traditional peoples in the room. We might start with you, Stu, while you're working.
Righto.
Look at that.
Oh, looking
That is
good.
amazing, Stu.
Can you see it?
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of it.
Well, if I zoom
That's
out,
it.
that might be better.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
That's
it's
good.
beautiful.
Yojo.
Love the thick outline.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is really good, Stu.
Nice.
Well, I can't draw it serious. I just, can't take G.I. Joe seriously. So, yeah, I thought I had some fun with it.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's awesome. And we'll check in with our very own GI. Well, I guess, what does GI stand for? General
Government issue, isn't it?
Government Issue Joe. All right.
I think so. I think that's what it
Wasn't it
stands for.
General Infantry?
Oh, I thought it was
don't
General
know.
Infantry, but I could be wrong.
I like
Yeah.
government issued Joe better.
So do I.
I thought it was
Especially
giant.
if Joe means coffee.
Dave, that's
You know-
wicked.
When I got in here late, I've had a couple of beers. I've been and I hadn't anything organised, so I just what have I got? And I knew one of them was a Aussie type bloke with a slouch hat, and then I typed in while we were talking an image, and I had that bald bloke. So I just slapped
Me?
that down. That's right. So it's pretty ad hoc tonight.
What is his name, Dave? It's not Anzac, is it?
What's that?
What's the character's name? Do you know?
No, I don't know. I just knew there was an Aussie one with a slouch hat.
I think it's the Digger. It'd have to be Digger, surely.
Yeah, it could be Digger.
There's actually a new comic book come out in the Northern Territory called The Digger, and it was just released in Singapore at the Comic Con. So yeah, look out for that. Digger.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wait, are we? I think it is Digger, and I think we're horrible. I think it was released by our very own Gary Challoner.
Yeah, I thought Gary had something to do with it.
Yeah, and I said that was Heavy Duty. That's actually Roadblock, and now it makes sense that someone in the comments just randomly said Roadblock. Tony Davo, you're right. I thought it was Heavy Duty. It is Roadblock.
All right.
So, of course, know your Joe. I hate him down as Cockblock, but no one.
So Roadblock is the bald fella.
Yeah.
Right.
Digger is the other guy. Digger and Roadblock face death in the jungles of Brazil. Plus fun pages and prizes. Cyclone Comics. G.I. Joe Australia.
Cyclone released G.I. Joe Australia for a little while. I think they only did one original story in the first issue.
Yeah.
Right, there's two.
Who's drunk?
You're right. Yeah.
Please drink and draw.
Not drunk and
Dave
draw.
drinks.
Spency, you said that that recent comment that came from, is it Northern Territory, did you say?
Oh, I did. Yeah. The Northern Territory Wild North Comics brought it out. It only recently came out about 2-3 months ago. It was for the World War II tunnels up there.
Right. Okay. Because it's good to see more comics coming out of Northern Territory. I used to live up there, and when I did,
I lived there. Oh, go on. Sorry.
Oh, and when I did the judging, there was one other comic about the Northern Territory that came out. The name escapes me, but it's just nice to know that there's more comics coming out of the Northern Territory, which is nice. A bit of my hometown, so.
Yeah, well, I actually lived in the Northern Territory for 20 years, and I've only just moved to Perth about 4 months ago from Darwin. So I was at the NT News, the newspaper, for 11 years as their cartoonist and graphic designer. I'm a
Northern Territory news fan. I love that newspaper because of how unhinged it was. It was great. I lived up there for 4 years. I lived in Tuppy-Doo, and I always look forward to the Northern Territory news headlines because they're always just so funny.
Did you say where did you live? Tuppy-Doo?
Yeah, it's a real place. You can look it up.
Here's a man with a tucky-do if ever I've seen one. Tim, let's can we take a look at what you've been up to?
Is it all right if I just put it up so they can?
It is.
Oh, right. Look at
Oh,
Timothy. Good on you, Tim.
Yes.
Tim, that's amazing.
Yeah, that is.
Such good input.
I heard, I remember somebody had like a silver head. I thought that'd be interesting to draw.
Mm.
So that's,
Wow.
Absolutely
nailed it. All right. Well, who did we lose? We lost Stu.
Stu, Stu.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he
Stu,
froze
where'd
up.
you go?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get a Stu going after this. All right, well, so it's that time of the show where we're going to dance our way out of here. So before we do...
Travis had another one, didn't he?
Who the what?
Trav dog?
Oh, Trav, of course.
Oh, you guys want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for calling me on
All
that.
right. Gather around. Let's have a look.
All right.
Oh, this is looking cool.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
There you go.
Kaboom.
I did that all during the show too.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
well done, mate. Nice and fast.
Yeah.
Brilliant, Trav.
You got us all in there, have you, mate?
Yep. Yeah, there's you.
Who's the monkey?
Dave down there.
He's coming out of the barrel of that gun.
It's Alex.
Alex.
Yeah. I told you, like I told you he's on an adventure. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's about to break the cone.
Yeah, it's a lot more exciting than what I did with my toys back in
Who's
the day.
upside down, mate?
That's Nick May.
Why?
I'm
Makes
missing it
sense.
actually.
Oh, where is he? Where's he gone?
Other side.
There we go.
Why'd you
You're
do
right.
him upside down?
I thought it matches personality. He's a
See you later, everyone.
Yeah, Richo. Well done, mate.
Yeah, that's great, Trev.
Thank you so much for letting me come on the show tonight, guys. Look, I was that awkward tonight trying to think of what to do for the drink and draw, and I'm glad that I made you guys laugh, and yeah, it was great. Thank you. very
No,
much.
absolutely. Thanks for joining it. It's always awesome.
Good to see you.
So let's take a quick look, if you will, at Alex Major's contribution to the Whatnots.
Did you see Design said that GI was General Infantry? I think, wasn't it? Yep. Thanks, Designs. Good on you.
General Infantry Joe.
Oh, look out. He's at it again.
Yeah, I don't know which character that is. It came up Googled. It sent it to me.
Now, what's happening here, Alex?
What's going on?
Well, we were talking about what I don't, I play with toys differently now that I'm an adult.
I don't think
And
he
it
doesn't
matches
feel
the
too
music
safe
too.
under that.
The music sounds like from a dodgy sex bar as well.
I wanted to play sound effects on the top, but I realized that killed my music. Thank you so much, Alex. That is weird, and it's awesome. So thank you so much to everybody. Looks like Stu here. Sorry, guys, I was streaming from my phone and my battery died. I'll send my Joe. Trav, maybe also send Sizzle your picture too. We'll show it on the show next week so people can get a good look at it.
Yeah, I'll link it and I'll send it in a fortnight.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much to the people in the room. Thank you so much to the people at home watching. Thank you so much to those who sent in artwork. Now, this little, where is the thing? I'll put this banner up so you can quickly jot it down. Next week, I haven't confirmed this with anybody because Sis is not here, but next week, we will draw and talk about sitcoms. So you can draw anybody from Seinfeld, The Office,
Married with
Cheers.
Children as well? Or was that
Well, give
not
me-
situation
Dave,
comedy enough for you?
Hot seat. Give me a better one right now.
What? Married with Children, that's the best.
No, a better topic. Dave doesn't like the topic.
No.
Well, that's not a comic, is it?
Why don't we choose a specific sitcom then? Just like, whatever.
Okay.
Or just,
All right.
Comic, yeah.
Whatever you
No, that's
reckon,
all right.
mate. I'll go
No,
with it. Seinfeld.
Let's show
All
it
right.
behind the scenes, Dave. Let's do it live on the show. Let's work it out.
Dave Dye wants to do Seinfeld.
Well, we
And
could
he
do
likes-
a cartoon
Jerry
of
likes
Seinfeld.
Superman.
That's all right.
We
I've
can
seen
change.
Seinfeld. Don't say one of these ones I haven't seen. I've seen
No,
Seinfeld.
I'm just saying sitcoms in general. So you can do Happy Days. You can do
Oh,
Laverne
okay.
and Shirley. You can do The Simpsons. You can do Futurama. Popeye.
The goodies.
The goodies.
The goodies.
Isn't that
Yes.
a bit too loose?
I don't know. Look, I should have just said what it is and just press
No, mate.
end.
This used
You
to
don't
happen,
wanna-
Mark.
Yeah,
This
this
used
is
to
the
happen
after
to
show.
us when I said to the family, "Okay, we're going to go out for tea tonight. What do you feel like having?" One kid would say Chinese, another say pizza. I'd say, well, I'll go wherever. The missus would say, I want to have a meal at the hotel or something like that. And it'd just go on, and no one could decide, so it was up to me. We just went where I said.
Where did you go? Red Rooster?
Where I drove.
Just quietly, Dave, in your face. Art
Oh.
Designs.
Designs loves the topic. Okay.
And
Designs.
Stu with a wicked drop, MASH.
Yes.
There you go, Dave. You can draw army men and just say it's MASH.
Yeah, MASH would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hogan's Heroes. There's another one.
What did
Yeah.
you say, Trav? What was it?
Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No, we'll go with the first one, eh?
Well, yeah, any sitcom you like.
Okay. What
got
do you
it?
say, Jess?
I'm glad we've got that sorted.
Well, that's been our show. Thanks so much. Please do check out comics.shop. That's comics with a literal dot shop. As this show is brought to you by said shop. And grab yourself a comic. Thanks so much. Alrighty. We'll see you in a fortnight.
Like
Peace
and
out.
subscribe to the channel.
Alfred, let's go shop.
Comics.shop.
Say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night. See you next time.
Press the button, the button.
Just press a button. See.
Time to go home now, little doggy.